if we think back in time, before I was actually born, but not by much, and we think about the mainframe from the beginning, it has been designed to be secure. That was one of the goals. It was designed from a reliability standpoint, and it was designed as an integrated system in such a way that people did work together better.
AI and technology will filter into every discipline, right? I think, even artists or maybe, traditional disciplines where you think technology won't have a role. I think technology will permeate through every discipline, and with it will come AI. And how can we leverage AI in a way that we're having trusted, explainable AI? If you think about all of this critical data, sensitive data about your behavior or your financial status or maybe your health records, right? A lot of our clients are doing work with, healthcare companies. And when you start to put these data points together, making sure that profile is protected, how can we make, in the future, I think about how can we encrypt everything all the time and never need to decrypt it, right? So you could have an end-to-end transaction fully encrypted and no one would ever have to decrypt your critical, information. I think about those things. I think about, 20, 30 years from now, hopefully I'm retired and we have, the new stewards of the platform. How are they protecting all of this encrypted data? Because there's more and more data being created every day and it has to be protected. So by, the time the new stewards of the platform are here, how are they going to be protecting like this massive, data sets around the world? And I think about those things. And I think that, if you start from the foundation of integrity, like we talked about with the mainframe, you're always going to have like the right beacon, the right guiding light, so that you're making decisions that don't allow people to easily compromise the technology to be used, in a negative way.
One of the things that the mainframe gives us is the ability to have reliable data with integrity, the data availability. So reliability, availability, and serviceability, RAS, right? Those, when people talk about security, they very rarely think about RAS, but it's actually important because if your system's not up and available, security doesn't matter. Beyond that, we're talking about within the system itself, not just the ESMs, but going back to the IBM integrity statement, how important it is that the system itself keeps data and programs separated from in memory and from other programs themselves. So you have integrity of data, you have integrity of programs. It's not easy to write a program to go run on a mainframe, go read and see everything else that's happening in memory, because you're denied access to that.
The foundations of excellence that have built the mainframe industry today, first of all, just the technology itself, building a platform that is 60 years strong and still the most modern platform in our industry. There's been a lot of challenges. There have been, since I started at Computer Associates back in the 90s, there's been talk about, getting off the mainframe, sunsetting the mainframe. And here we are all these years later, it's the same conversation. Not much has changed in my view. So I believe the platform's longevity speaks for itself. And I believe companies that rely on the mainframe, banking, insurance, government, all of us as individuals running transactions in our life, that would not be there if it wasn't for excellence at every level, because there's been so much pressure on the mainframe, but it proves itself out time and time and time again. And it's 60 years strong, and it's getting stronger.